Oh, hey there. Welcome to Gucci Garage. Do you guys like road trips?
Because we do!
And today we got a 17 Tahoe, the ultimate road trip machine.
Alright, so we're going to take a look at the interior of the 2017 Chevy Tahoe Premier Edition. So, first impressions of the interior, this thing is very, very nice. It's very refined. You have leather trim all over on all of the bolsters here, on the seats. The whole dash is covered in leather, and the center console everywhere. It's very nice, and it has nice thick stitching, which just really screams quality in here. I don't feel like it's cheap or anything like that. The steering wheel on this is fully leather wrapped as well. And you also have all of your controls for the infotainment center on it and your cruise control. But what's really nice about this one is we're coming into the winter time right now, and so it's pretty chilly. It was about 40 degrees this morning. That's, for some of you, that's not very cold. You're probably laughing. But for us, that's pretty cold. And so this actually has a heated steering wheel for those mornings when it's just a little cold and you don't really want to grab onto it. You can hit that on. It also has a button for collision avoiding systems. So it will show you, it'll like light up flash when you have someone that you're about to hit. And so that's very nice, very safe. And that's a safety feature that actually will bring your rates down with insurance companies, because it gives it a higher safety rating. Now this, let's move over to the infotainment center over here. It's very nice. You have Android CarPlay, Apple CarPlay, all of that on it. But this is probably my favorite feature of it, is if you press this button, it slides up for a little compartment where you can put your phone and everything. You have a little USB in there, and you can store stuff. And it's actually an awesome hiding spot if you have something valuable, like maybe you're stunting a Rolex and you don't want to wear it. I don't know why not, but you can stash it in there, your phone, your keys, your wallet, whatever. And no one's going to be able to access it because, for one, the car has to be on to be able to open that. And not a lot of people are going to know that that's there. You have a full media display. You also have DVD players, which are very nice. You get DVD players, 2 sets actually, one for the first row, one for the second row, with a built-in DVD player. And it has, you also have HDMI inputs down here, which are very nice, along with seat heaters in the rear seats. The fronts are actually heated and cooled, but the back you only have heated, which is very nice to see though in this type of car. And then you have your climate zone, which is also automatic, and you have various charging ports. This is very nice for if you wanted to play like a PlayStation. You could use this and the HDMI and have it on all of the screens. Alright, so moving over to the center console, back at it over here, you actually have an integrated charging pad for wireless charging for your phones. If you have Android, you can use this. And if you're out there and you got the iPhone 8 or the iPhone X, there you go. You can charge it right here. You just place it down. It's all grippy, so your phone won't go sliding everywhere, and it will just start charging automatically. And then if you move up here, you have a bunch of features. So you have, this is for your sunglasses, which is very nice. You just plop them in there. But if you bring it back up, it holds itself, and then you have a mirror so that you can see your kids, because this is obviously meant to kind of be a family car, so you can see what's going on there without having to adjust this mirror, which is for safety, for seeing the cars behind you. You also have, this is where you have your controls for the moonroof, the moonroof. You have tilting, sliding, and this is all power. And then you have a little control for how high you want the back gate to actually open. So you can have it open all the way, 3/4 of the way, or just turn it off, which is kind of nice. It's almost like child locks, but for the back. And then all around this car you have LED lighting, which is very nice, and you actually have it right here as well. But this is a softer light because this is just a regular LED, which is what you'd see like in headlights, that kind of intensity. But this is a lot softer for your skin so that you don't look like all washed out and everything like you would in, say, Walmart with their lighting. And then you also have controls for your garage door opener, so you just press the button and it'll open up. Going over here to the side of the driver's side, you have copious amounts of controls. You have all of these for parking sensors, traction control. There's many of them, and you actually have towing as well. You have 4-wheel drive in this thing with also automatic, which makes it all-wheel drive. It will automatically select when it needs it. And then you have automatic lights, which actually you can turn them off, but it goes right back to automatic. So you can manually turn them off, but then it goes right back to automatic, so the next time you get in, it's just right there. And then you have all of your window controls, and like most new Chevys, you have window locks, obviously, but you also have child locks right here at your disposal, so you don't have to get out and flip a little switch on the actual door, which is quite nice. And then down here you have seat positioning, which is very nice. So I'm tall, so I could be like number 2, and it'll put my seat all the way back. But then say if I was married, or let's use John as an example. I'm not married. If John got in, he's a lot shorter. He would press 1 and it would bring the seat closer, adjust his bolstering, how he likes his back set, everything like that. And you would be all set and not have to worry about that, and even the mirrors too. All right, what's up, guys? We're driving now in the 2017 Tahoe. John's behind the wheel, obviously, and we're gonna see what we think of how this thing drives and performs.
Well, I'm not used to driving a vehicle this large all the time, but I will say that Chevy did an excellent job with putting this thing together. They got very precise steering in this. We got all the luxury amenities that you could ever want. It gets up and goes unbelievably quick for how big this thing is.
Yeah.
We got a 5.3 liter V8 moving this thing, and big 22-inch rims.
It's very torquey too.
Yeah.
That V8 really gives you a lot of low-end torque, which is very nice.
You have power band from 30 to 60, 60 to 80. You have it everywhere. This is premium driving experience.
Yes.
Ultimate comfort. We have full air-conditioned seats running. We got wood, very nice wood grain trim in here. Vents everywhere. Nicest infotainment system we've probably used so far.
Yeah, this takes the cake.
This takes the cake. I mean, honestly, I really want one. This is the definitely nicest road trip car that you could probably buy for what you're spending.
Well, is it? Well, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say you're spending about $75,000 on this car, or on this Suburban, but you're getting everything you could really ask for within reason. I mean, it doesn't massage your back, but it does. I mean, the seats are so comfortable. The back seats, the back row seats are like a Sprinter van style. They got armrests. It's got division. It's not just a bench.
Yeah.
You have 3 rows of seating. It's quiet. It's dead silent in here with no music. There's no road noise at 50 miles an hour. It is just a premium quality driving experience. You're definitely getting what you're paying for.
Yeah.
And not to mention, you think, okay, well, I have this big Suburban and it's nice and it does everything I want, but I'm getting terrible gas mileage. That's not the case these days and age. We have a big 5.3 liter V8 in this car, but we have an optional 4-cylinder mode that it actually goes into automatically as you're driving and cruising down the road. So you use the V8 when you need it, but when you're, on cruise control, a steady speed, the Suburban will just kick it into V4 and you'll be getting upwards of 30 miles to the gallon.
Yeah, which is very nice.
In a vehicle that probably weighs about 7,000 pounds, 7,000 pounds.
It's not a light car.
Not at all, not one bit. So for you to be able to get the gas mileage, comfort, the amenities, everything, you're really getting the full experience.
What's really nice about having that big 5.3 liter engine is this thing is actually very good for towing. You have a tow hitch in the back. It's actually kind of hidden, which is really nice because you just get you don't have to worry about having an ugly hitch sticking out. It's just right there, hidden, but when you want it, you just pull off the cover. So right now we're gonna merge and see how it does.
Yeah, we're just gonna see how we can get on the road and how we do. I'm giving it literally a quarter throttle probably, and it gets up to 65, 70, no problem. And
it's very seamless.
Very seamless. We have a really, really nice heads-up display. You have the option over here on the left on the info. You can switch this from the direction you're going. It says 66 miles an hour south. Gives you lane keep control, so you're not having any. You'll know when people are driving next to you. You can switch it down. It tells you your RPMs and your miles per hour. It tells you just your miles per hour, and there's even a section where it tells you the station you're on with the artist that's playing and the fact that it's Sirius XM. So there's really not a lot of missing parts to this package. I mean, they really thought it out when they designed it. What's going to make a good either travel vehicle or family vehicle. This does everything. I mean, we have vents in the roof. How many vents do we have total for all of the back seats?
It looks like we have 4 vents there, but we also have some floor vents as well. Yeah. So it's not just the top, it's also you have some floor, but the floor is only in the front.
There's not, the people in the back are not suffering just because in the front, if you're cool and it's hot back there, you can have it just as cool back there and have all the same climate control and air conditioning seats in the back as you can in the front. I mean, you even get a ceiling fan in the back versus the front.
Honestly, I'd rather ride in the back
than the front.
I would sit back there with my seat heater.
And you got a DVD player.
Yeah, I'm watching Blu-ray movies back there.
That's about a 9-inch display.
And it's very high quality.
It's not an iPad, but you wouldn't have a problem watching hours of movies on that with headphones on a road trip. No problem at all.
I would say it's probably 1080p.
At least.
For
sure.
I mean, at the very least 720, but I really don't think so. It looks like it's 1080p. It's very, very sharp.
And would you believe me if I said we were going 70?
No,
it doesn't feel like we're moving.
It doesn't feel like we're moving, and the suspension is so soft that it really just soaks up the bumps, and it makes for an awesome driving experience. It just feels so nice and refined, and I'm really impressed. I've ridden in the older, like the 2000 Suburbans, Tahoes, and it's just honestly, this is so much better. I mean, obviously, it does help that it's so much newer.
Yes, and that's really the thing is nowadays, like we've said in the previous film, a lot of these things are becoming standard, which is really nice because you're not having to pay that extra dollar to get some very nice, like Bluetooth, things like that are becoming like a given.
Yeah.
You don't buy a vehicle without it nowadays. That's the nice thing about technology is it's just becoming cheaper and more available to everybody versus just the very elite people who have $100,000+ a year to spend on a vehicle.
Exactly. And this one This one is the top of the line, so you're gonna get a lot of features that you wouldn't necessarily get in like maybe the lower ones. Like we haven't reviewed one of the other ones, but there's a lot of features that you probably won't get, like leather seating. It might just be an option instead of a given with the Premier.
There's details. There's details.
Very fine details that this car has.
That count. That definitely count. And it's hard to find. Go find a European option that gives you all of this for less than $100,000.
Oh,
you're not gonna find it.
Not brand new.
Not brand new.
At all.
Not brand new off the lot with no miles. You're not gonna find that. We have for $75,000. You're getting an American option, but you're getting a extremely loaded vehicle.
Yeah, this car even comes with a partially digital dash. The center is digital. It shows you your oil, your temperatures, gas, all that's digital and very, very informational, where it shows all your info for the actual driving of the car. And then on either side, you have your RPMs, which are an analog needle type, and your miles per hour.
And we got OnStar on this, I believe.
Yeah.
We got
Wi-Fi.
There's not much more else you can really say. Does it have the 4G LTE? I believe it does.
Yes, it does. It has that, and you also have dual climate controls or dual zones, so your passenger can be over here roasting while your driver is chilling.
Yeah. So really, this car is, like we said, for a large family that needs to get around from event to event. There's tons of room everywhere to store, to go grocery shopping, to travel. Or this is just for somebody that likes a lot of space, that wants a really comfortable, quiet ride, that also wants some room for their buddies or whatever, You can do really whatever you want in this thing, and you could even put some mud tires on this and go wherever you want to, because it's got probably the same suspension as a lot of the trucks too.
Yeah.
It's got the all-wheel drive like you spoke of and all that, so it's ready to go. It's ready to go off the lot.
Most definitely. Well, this is about the end of our review for this thing. Final thoughts, it's amazing. I love it. I'd love to take one on a road trip.
I wouldn't even necessarily say if I had a European option and the money that I would choose it over this.
Honestly, and you get the Chevy reliability too.
You get the Chevy reliability,
which is huge.
American made, and I'm familiar enough with all these controls and everything that I get everything I want, and it's all not new to me. I don't have to figure it out. There's nothing, like, you're not digging for things. They're all right at your fingertips.
Yeah.
So I would say 5 out of 5 on this.
I agree. This is amazing.
It's a really nice vehicle. When I have $75,000 to buy one, I will. So, thanks guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next time with something else.
Keep it Gucci.